So yeah, make 8 guys. Alright, so we start our turn. No! Let us like Cavalry. Boop, bop, bip, boop. Gain a little life, might matter here. Yo, hope you're having a great day. Thanks for checking out the video. Hugely appreciate it. So this is a second coming of one of my favorite decks that I've built, and it is a Insidious Roots deck, and we do actually have a Cavalry in the main board and a Cavalry in the sideboard down here. I'll talk about the sideboard in a little bit for you best of 3ers. So I think that Aetherdrift did give us some new tools. Now, there is a version that I already have that I hope you check out that I will link below that is slightly older, but it's minus the new Aetherdrift cards and some Duskmourn cards like Drag to the Roots, which is a fantastic card, by the way. So I think that we did get a great new addition in the Dredger's Insight here. This card basically gains us a bunch of life. It is a mill 4, and we do want to build up our sideboard so that we can Squirming Emergence things back, right? Now, if you've never seen Roots before, for whatever reason, this is a very killer card. Basically, every time we get a creature back from the bin, we're making a plant and we're putting counters on everything. Now, there's some insane synergy here with Tyvar. Now, you can activate the abilities of creatures you control as though they had haste. So that includes the tap for any color, right? So this is really good. You've probably seen these two in a wombo combo. Also, the +1 allows you to untap one of those plant tokens and use it for 2 mana in that same turn. So you can very quickly pop off. Now, being that Dredger's Insight is not a creature, we had to have some in the earlier part of the curve, and this deck has a lot of choices. Originally, I was running like Branchwood Brawler here, but we did also get Broodspinner, which is a great card from Duskmourn. I have 2 in the sideboard. This is fantastic. Surveil 2 for a 2/3 reach is great, and then later in the game you can make a whole bunch of those tokens that do have flying that can also tap for mana. So very cool stuff here. We also got Broodheart Engine. Again, so many cards in the 2-drop slot I wanted to play, but this is also not a creature, something to keep in mind. So there's definitely a balancing act going on. But basically, this is just another way of returning something from the bin to the field, which will trigger your roots. So we're running 3 Squirming Emergences and 1 Broodheart Engine. I thought that would be fun. But you could run 4 of these and feel pretty good about it. Now, you've probably seen some of these earlier cards, but Rubblebelt here is the best. Because it has a Surveil 2 and it's 1 mana to exile it from the graveyard. So that does count as leaving the graveyard, right? So this will put a counter, but more importantly, it'll trigger roots and start growing your board massively. Now, even if you just have 1 roots, it's often enough, but if you have 2, you are absolutely going crazy. So to address the Moonshaker in the room, this card, right, if you go super wide, and trust me, you'll see that we do. I should put a clip real quickly now for you if you're interested. So yeah, if I remember to put that, then yeah, you can kind of get the idea, right? You have like 20 creatures on the field. All of those creatures get +20/+20, and you win because they have flying. So they shouldn't have enough flyers to block. Unless they're running Aetherize, right? You sort of just win on the spot. It's pretty crazy. So we also have the new Debris Beetle in here, which is kind of cute. A little bit of stability with that life gain. Again, we're also gaining a lot with Dredger's Insight, so something to consider. But really, you can easily crew this, and often you'll just block with this, which can keep you alive because we don't really have any ways of going tall right away. So I think it's a pretty good card. Let's just run 1, I think, is probably what you want to do. Now, of course, Overlord of the Balemurk, absolutely killer. This is a way of milling and bringing stuff back from the bin. Of course, creatures would be good, so you can trigger your roots, but you can also get planeswalkers. We do have 2 Vivian Reeds in the sideboard. That's mostly for dealing with flyers and enchantments. if Drag the Roots can't do it. Now, in retrospect, maybe you have another Drag the Roots in the sideboard, but again, we are playing a lot of non-creatures, so you want to try to have creatures. So I went with one more Snarling Gorehound in here, and two more Broodspinners and a Glissa in terms of creatures, and of course one Moonshaker if we think that it's going to be more potent that game. It's not necessary. You'll see that we win 2 best of 3s in the video here, but it's absolutely a win button. So definitely fun to play. So we do have a Liliana as the actual Planeswalker in the main board other than Tyvar. Now this is pretty crazy because like you can tap your lands to cast this pretty easy, or your plants rather, and then just sacrifice a couple of your weaker ones to draw 2 cards, as well as getting 2 of their creatures. And also, by the way, you can hard cast Moonshaker Cavalry. You just need 3 plants because it's a mana of any color. So there's no white lands in the sideboard, but something to consider. Speaking of lands as well, Restless Cottage here. You've probably seen this before, but you can exile your own graveyard, a creature from your graveyard, which will trigger your root. So a lot of synergy with that land, as well as just being a nice 4/4 swing. Take it out of Planeswalker, what have you. By the way, Zoni is absolutely busted. This is great because when you collect evidence for it's a creature leaving the battlefield, you'll create 2 tokens. Those tokens can immediately tap if you have Tyvar, and it has a Surveil 2, draw 2, gain 2 life thing with all of those things we want to be doing. Very great card here. So what other cool little things? We have a Cruelty of Gix because it's a very flexible card because you can read ahead on it. So you can just use this as a reanimation spell, sort of synergizing with your Squirming Emergence and your Broodheart Engine. As well as taking something very scary out of their hand, and we can find the exact card we need. Now, in the main board, we don't have any way of getting Shaker out of our hand, really. So that's something to consider, but we do have 3 Bitter Triumphs in the sideboard as well, which will allow you to discard that card if it gets stuck in your hand. But being that I'm running 1 in the main board, it's kind of something like, hey, you know, if it gets stuck, it gets stuck, but you can very easily work towards casting this just naturally. We're going to make so many plants. We're going to make so many plants. So there's a lot of overlapping synergy. You have a Mycotyrant. I always want to say micro. But this can generate so many cards. Like you Dredger's Insight, that's 4 cards. It could be 4 permanents. That's what Descending is. And then like you make like 5 or 6 of these funguses. Even though it's at end step, you can use them to tap next turn and just pop off. So again, very easy to even just hard cast this. So Snarling Gorehound, sorry I didn't talk about this, but this is a way of every time a plant enters the battlefield, we're surveilling, and surveilling is great because we have a lot of other surveilling, right, and milling, so you could likely try to find your cavalry or just find another piece that you need. So this is actually a lot better than it looks. Very important card. 1/9 Vermin because this is a mill 2 and it can trade up for 1 mana, so you can take out a 2/2. Or they swing in, you throw this in front of a big guy and then you take out like a Lawn of War Elves. So very good thing there. Faerie Dreamthief, again, I want to be fitting more cards. There's so many cards that can make this work. But this is a Surveil 1 flyer, which is nice, and you can draw a card and exile it from your graveyard, which triggers your roots. So very cool. Seed of Hope, very good. This is nice because you can find your roots, because sometimes you will have to unfortunately use like your Squirming Emergence to just get your roots back. But ideally you have 1 in your hand, or you just naturally top deck it or surveil and leave it on top, right? So just 1 here. Also, Broodspinner sort of has a, you want different card types. So there's an instant here, there's enchantments here, right? This is a sorcery. We have another enchantment here. These are 3 instants. So that's kind of nice. And we have, planeswalkers as well. Bristlebud Farmer, I think, is the last card to cover here. This is really good because, again, we don't really have just too many, like, big creatures, but this is a 5/5 trample, which is beautiful. You can, Rubblebelt onto him, make him a nice 6/6 so you can swing on in. And when you do swing, sacrifice a food, mill 3, return a permanent. So this is a way of getting your roots back, but also hopefully just a creature if you already have your roots starting to pop off. The chain again, right? And more incidental life gain. So a very cool card. I really like this card. I think it's definitely overlooked. So all of these cards work together very good, but again, there are so many options that we have. You could maybe do like a 2 of this, maybe 1 more Broodspinner, You could try to fit in 2 Blanchwood Prowlers, which was sort of the card that I replaced here. But we did get like great new additions from Duskmourn and Aetherdrift. So definitely a revisit of one of my more favorite decks. We are running 4 Surveil lands. Absolutely do that. I only have 1 of these. Hopefully my head isn't covering it, but it's one of the new, whatever the hell these are called. So definitely play these if you have them. But 6/6, right? 1 Lawn of War Waste, and again, Restless Cottage is a must. So, and the Fable Passage is another way of descending, by the way. So that's sort of why this is in here for this. And it's just a way of thinning the deck a little bit. 1 more land out of your deck, I guess, so you can more easily find your pieces and maybe your Moonshaker, which will be very cool. So in the games today, goodness, like 3 times we were like 1 turn away from casting this, but they kept scooping. So again, I do have a deck linked in the description, which is my older version. So you can take that version and this one, sort of mash them together, depending on your rares and mythics. You can sort of make a educated decision on what you want to do. I definitely think that there's a lot of different ways you can go with this, so keep that in mind. But I also think, we're a little light on the 2-drops the 1-drops, which really start helping you pop off. But I think there's a balancing act going on. I think we did a pretty good job, all things considered, and the sideboard does account for a lot. Cards that I haven't covered yet. So yeah, cards I haven't covered yet. 1 more Seed of Hope in here. I talked about Gorehound, 3 Bitter Triumphs, a Lively Dirge. This card is very overlooked because you can find a specific smaller creature if you want, whether that just be your Broodspinner or your Mycotyrant, or just your Rubblebelt, whatever. But you return those cards to the battlefield, which is 2 creature cards, leaving, which is great. But it is just a 1 trigger on your Roots, but you do get 2 very important pieces back, as well as just being sort of a modal card, which is great. I like this card. Broodheart Engine, again, to talk about, that I already talked about, that, again, you want to run more creatures, but we wanted to try some of the newer ones. Paw Patch Formation synergizes with your Vivian Reeds, because this will take out flyers and enchantments. So can this, which often is very important. And we all just have 3 Drag the Roots in the sideboard, or in the main board, which I think all these things sort of complement each other. Again, a Glissa and another Moonshaker. So stuff looks pretty good there. Maybe you want 1 more of this card. Maybe you want 1 more Squirming Emergence and you lean into the 1-drops. You probably cut 1 Dredgers and you don't have to do all of this fancy stuff. I think Overlord as a 2-of justifies itself very well. It's also just a nice creature you can bring back that, again, will then swing next turn and start the chain all over again. So a lot of things you can do. I think Liliana is an all-star. In fact, in the first best of 3, this card absolutely shreds them. Azoni is a must. I really do think this card's great. I almost want to run 2. So just to sort of show you that you can really go a lot of different ways. So I hope you enjoyed this deck. Hopefully you do check out the gameplay. And I really do appreciate all the support, guys. Sorry about my absence recently. Again, I'm getting back to the every other day schedule, so let's see if we can do that. I'm also making shorts in between to try to kind of keep the momentum going. So thanks for all the recent subscribers. Small channel, so it means a lot. And again, I have the older version of the deck linked below, so I hope you enjoy. Have a great day if you are heading out, but hopefully you check out at least some of the gameplay. And I love you guys. Have a good one. Bye. Thank you for checking out the gameplay. Whoa. Didn't swallow that very well. Dude, not the Cavalry in our hand. So, we do have the Roots. We do have the Squirm. Mulligan. Okay. That's better. That's better. We can work with this. I think let's put that back. Let's hit him with a nice, I think we probably Surveil. Debris Beetle's cool, but let's put a permanent in the bin while we can. It's kind of the idea here is you want to like build your emergence up to a big play. We don't have a huge top end because you need to have like a pretty condensed early curve for your Roots. But we do have some really cool cards. Like I wanted to try Dredger's Insight. I think that it's a great addition. There are so many cards in the 2-drop slot that like I'd want to be playing. And it's a little tough sometimes. It's just a little bit tough. Let's get a creature down. first, I think both are good, but let's just keep building up the permanents. There's a few different reasons, but again, mainly the emergence. This is best of 3 for you today, so hopefully the sideboarding action can be good. But the deck's great. The deck's great. I mean, like, it's always been good. It definitely struggles in some matchups, so we can't attack or block, right? No abilities. Okay. So I think you get down Roots first ahead of Dredgers, right? Because Dredgers will trigger the Roots. So this will be good. And then we're set up, and you gain a lot of life from this card, which is good because it does take a while to sort of set up the combo. There's the Cavalry, so you don't want to see that. So now we have to cast this by building up a bunch of tokens and then just tapping them, right? So I think, okay, let's lay this because you can't, it has to be among the milled cards. Ooh, 2 Roots go in there and are dragged to Roots, which is good. Ah! Gotta turn my phone volume off. Very sorry about that if I jump scared you. Yeah, very sorry about that. We'll just lay that for now. We do have some good 5 mana plays in the deck. Overlord and the Cruelty of Gix. That'd be a great top deck. But typically we're looking for Tyvar right about now, right? That really starts setting our Roots off, which will be great. Is there anything we could do with this in this deck? Now it's just sitting here. I guess it's probably better that they kept it there than on the... Well, better for them. Okay, hang on. Let's actually think about this. Bristlebud or Debris Beetle. So I think we can also swing with Restless Cultage. Hang on, what is this? -7? That's low-key a play. Let's actually do that. I kind of want to save our Emergence for as long as we can. But we can exile one of these to trigger our Roots as well. So it has to be a creature card. So we can't hit that. So I think, yeah, you have to hit your farmer. Okay. Thanks. So that's a really cool synergy with Restless Cottage, by the way. I think a lot of people have overlooked that. I mean, people that build the deck and naturally throw this in have probably been like, oh yeah. But a lot of people that haven't tried it right. So that's cool. They do have a Restless Prairie over here. What is going on here, by the way? Oh, this. I was like, huh? I missed the ley line of whatever that is. So now they have 3 times as much mana? Yo, low-key a problem. Wish we had dragged the Roots. Cruelty of Gix is pretty saucy, dude. So really scared about the next turn here. Yeah. So, okay, just do this, get our green real fast. I think you lay this 100%. Okay, we do get to see their hand, and yeah, we're gonna start from that. Nothing scary, just doubling these. Oh my god. Okay. Do we want to sacrifice the food? No, we want that 1 damage, baby. Reason is like you can keep that up for Bristlebud Farmer, and I don't know. I want to assert dominance. Probably would have been better to sacrifice it though. But yeah, dude. Check this deck out once it pops out off. And then, yeah, Cavalry for 1,000 damage, dude. It's coming. We're just building up towards it. Lex Soleil. Yeah, sorry about my absence, guys. I've been a little depressed. Hence the whiskey that I'm holding and drinking. There was a couple life events that happened that just... I mean, they messed me up, man. You know, it's the kind of stuff like I'll be thinking about the rest of my life. It's crazy, like, you know, how easy your brain like suppresses things. and I think I'm trying to actually process it. I think everything has sort of been building up a while, and it all sort of came to a head. And through allowing yourself to process trauma, depression will set in waves, right? In waves. So hang on. We want to probably get the Liliana's looking juicy. That's actually one of the reasons I have it. But there's a lot of things, like you get the Tyvar, which would make a lot more sense realistically. But there's also Izoni. You know, in all honesty, the Liliana, actually, because now we can actually take advantage of that Broodspinner. So hang on, let's actually cast this. I almost forgot. Get that Surveil going. Ooh, wait, I should have plussed first. I made all the mistakes. Okay, they don't have removal. Don't ever don't ever play like me. I'm a total idiot. I don't think we want either of those necessarily really bad at this moment. So now, yeah, because we're going to draw cards, right? And I think we'll keep the land because that's what we want to build up. But get rid of that. That's pretty cool. And what's awesome about that is this will start our chain. The power of Maverick and... Ooh, excellent. Excellent. Yeah, we want to do this. So we want to start getting as many plants as we can. Cool. So that Maverick is leaving the graveyard. Boom, bam. Get our plants. Okay. That's a good play. Right? We got rid of their, whatever the hell that was. This guy, the elemental. Just more ramp. They have like all the ramp they're ever going to need. So they could have an insane, crazy turn here coming up, which unfortunately for them, they did flood. So we're getting a little lucky, but we also didn't get the best of hand, in all honesty. Now, if Liliana does die, yeah, see, we're drawing that card off of it. I think that was the right move. Definitely don't play more than one of this. This is just a one of. Ooh. I kind of like the Broodspinner, though, but kind of cute. Should we steal this to assert dominance? Assert dominance. Broodspinner is probably the play, because then we can sacrifice it to make all those tokens. But, that's cool, I think. Let's just plus. Nothing fancy here, I think. Gnawing Vermin is a cool... This is just a one of in the deck, but I think it's really good. I think this is just like an all-around versatile card. Just can block up while milling us, which is huge. There's also the Restless Cottage play here, which I think makes a lot of sense. But let's actually Surveil first. Yeah, check that out. Growing our Squire, dude. Big Squire. Ooh, we absolutely want this Tyvar, so keep this on top for right now. I think you get this down. We can do both. So yeah, get this down. Restless Cottage here, because we can tap our land. Okay. Or our plant. I kept that on top, and then I forgot that we mill with this. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. It's been a little while. I'm also drinking whiskey. I'm sorry. I swear I'm not that bad. I'm pretty bad, though. But yeah, you can just see the triggers going off. No, I used to hit Mythic every single season, but I've just been broke. Can't really buy all the rares and Mythics right away. There's absolutely a Harvester of Misery deck that I would build in 2 seconds if I had all those rares and Mythics, which is a lot. But you can see that the Overlord is going to trigger, of course, that, but also more milling, more getting stuff back. And I think we want Tyvar 100%. Brood is also good, because look, it's up to 6 permanent types. But no, get Tyvar when you can. And so we're kind of just big chilling. Like, we're not in any danger at all. We have plenty of life. There's Selesnya anyway, so it's not like we're going to get one shot. Their deck probably isn't the best, but ooh. It's interesting. I haven't seen any 2 or 3 mana ramp at all so far, right? So, Planar Disruption, Invasion. Invasion's great. Ooh, this is a cool enchantment I didn't know existed. What is that set symbol? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know, mate. Actually, wow. That second shot just kicked in hard. That's fun. I used to actually be a bartender for those of you who are watching at the moment. Again, thank you. But yeah, I was a bartender for 2 years. I served tables my whole life. Eventually, I had a chance to bartend. I actually bartended at 2 different bars. And to be honest, I don't have, like, I'm not, like, so keen on alcohol as many people. Like, you know, marijuana was always my thing. There's a bunch of different plays we can do here. The Debris Beetle, by the way, is still an option. Hang on, let's start with Tyvar. Okay. Because Tyvar, giving all of our guys haste, is massive. So, yeah. I don't know. I know some people really, really struggle with alcohol, but I'm, like, super fortunate to not really have that. Broodspinner's the move. 100%. Look at all these triggers. Preposterous. How many cards are in our deck? 20? Yeah, so we mill out sometimes. The reason I'm doing that is I don't want to draw that, but I do want to keep one of the useless cards on top, which is a land in this sense. So now we can Cavalry here, which will give, we have 3, 5, 8 creatures. So our dude can do a huge swing. But let's be patient. Let's get back our... I kind of want to get back the Debris Beetle, but no, this is probably the move. Okay, so hang on. So check this out. Check this out. Let's check their hand out because I don't want them to have anything super scary. Oh my gosh, just another Fabled. And let's do this. We get back Debris Beetle. That'd be fun as hell, but also Micro. No, get this because we're gonna make more tokens, which makes our Cavalry even bigger. We probably could have won there. In fact, we could have, because like this guy would have flying. But nah, dude, for the swaggeroo, you gotta hit him with this when you can. Let's just lay this. Big sauce. Yeah, we could have absolutely won. We're gonna mill ourselves though, and that's what the useless land on top is for. So we don't deck ourselves, because that's a true thing that occurs. Yeah, we're just setting up a funny-ass Cavalry. Okay, now we can draw a card here. And now it's not a land, right? Good game. No, let us Cavalry, dude. No, don't do it. Yeah, we want this to die anyway. And who cares if they swing at our Planeswalkers, because we just slap this down and win. So that's more milling, more getting stuff back. Bristlebud. Bristlebud's good. Look at like just how much cooking that... And the life gain from this is pretty serious. And mill 4 is pretty serious, being able to hit artifact, creature, or land. I mean, it's great. We have like a good amount of life gain from the tokens that we make as well. You can just like get 6 life when you cast this guy and stuff. And like right now we just have an incidental one. But hopefully they don't FF here. And yeah, we will do this on, I don't know, Vermin? Sure. And Micro is about to make 8 dudes. It's just preposterous. Surveil. We probably keep it on top just so we don't deck ourselves. And we say go. We still have 2 more mana, right? So yeah, make 8 guys. Don't... I hope this guy passes the turn. Let us swing. Please. That's the thing about playing this deck, is they FF before you can ever lay this card. In my old video, which I highly encourage you to check out, I mean, it should be... I don't think any of the cards rotated. There might be like 2 copies of maybe like 1 card that happened to be included from an older set. What does this do? I forgot it. Oh, yeah. This is a cool card. I like this card's design. Let us swing, though. Let us swing, please. Please, let us swing. Please. Don't FF. I tell you, my family needs me to swing. I have 7 wives and 27 kids. They need me to swing. Oh no! Not the restless prairie. Imagine we die somehow. Wait. No, yeah, they haven't failed in here. Dude, imagine. Oh no! Not the Liliana. The thing I care about the least at this point in the game. Because if our creatures die, we deck ourselves. You end up dying, like, you deck yourself more than you die to, like, combat damage. I mean, mono red is, like, a whole different story because it gets up under us. I'm not even gonna block, dude. I'm not even dealing with this, bro. Okay, they're gonna let us slay Cavalry. They're gonna let us slay Cavalry, dude. Okay. Alright, so we start our turn. No! Let us slay Cavalry. That would have been like plus 25 to every creature, and they all get flying, dude. Alright, so 1 sec. Yeah, dude, that's like the biggest thing is like they don't ever let us slay the Cavalry. So, okay. They had an interesting deck. I think there's something telling me sideboard that in and 1 Vivian. So that's 2 instances of dealing with enchantments, which they didn't have, right? We could probably benefit from like a Glissa. Glissa seems good because that also removes enchantments, and also a Drag to Roots. Let's take out 1 Bristlebud in exchange. The Myco I do want to show off. It wasn't my old deck, but we will actually take out 1 Squirming Emergence, believe it or not. 1 Gorehound. Part of me wants to go a little crazy. This is the Broodheart Engine, which is good. That could benefit our stuff, but I don't think we're sideboarding to take advantage of that too much. We will take out 1 Dredgers. And I think that's good. You do want... This is probably my favorite because it's only 1 mana to exile it from the bin. You want 1 Gorehound. I think this is cool. I mean... Okay, let's take out Gnawing Vermin and Dreamthief and really show off the Gorehound. I want to show that off. It's pretty powerful. So that looks pretty good to me. Nothing fancy. You could go like another Vivian. Let's go 1 Bitter Triumph. No, let's not. Okay, cool. Dude, are you kidding me, dude? We got another Moonshaker in our hand, dude? Lovely. This is... We'll keep it. I think the fact that it surveils every upkeep is kind of nice. Let's lead with the Restless. The question is, do I want to Dredgers first? I don't know. I think we'll get this down. Because it's less like immediate, but it is a trigger, and we can always just do this next turn as we layer Surveillant anyway, right? So, yeah, I think that's the move. We'll fix up our top of the deck to be a good draw. We also have a Glissa big chillin'. We could just lay that. Huh, Ren. Did not see that coming, just kidding. That was your only thing you laid last turn, wasn't it? Oh no, they laid the Felidar Retreat. Felidar Retreat was one of my absolute favorite cards. Definitely hit Mythic with one of those decks. Let's start building up our permanents on our bin. We got nothing in there. Zoni, bro. I love this card. It's one of the more overlooked cards in human history. I'm just kidding. Ooh. We don't need the land, so get this. Yeah. Yeah. I want to lay this card because it's new. I kind of just included it because I wanted to try it. To be honest, it definitely doesn't like fit perfectly in this deck, but just pitch it. Bigger Squirming Emergences. Dude, Cavalry in our hand is such a bummer. Dude, I need to shave my mustache because I can't take a sip of anything without it feeling like I have a puddle on my lip. Growing Rights of Uttamak. No, wait, I definitely said that wrong. Itlimak? Oh no, I think I probably did say it right. I don't like what they're doing, but I'm not necessarily scared, am I? That's good. Well, goodbye. You did your thing last game. We want to show off new cards. Thank you. This can't immediately ultimate, so we can drag the root, or we can work towards drag the roots here. But there's also a case for... We don't have anything, like we don't have a creature. Debris Beetle is a thing. Oh, or vehicle cards, so we could actually get that. But just slap down Glissa. Glissa is so good. Yeah, they might have removal for it, but that's fine. Just slap this down, and we can hopefully mill a different permanent type. Let me double check. So we have Planeswalkers, Artifact, Lands. Okay, so if we hit a creature or one of our instants or sorceries. Which is why I actually have some of those instants and sorceries. Hopefully it's not Squirming Emergence. Probably Seed of Hope would be great. I had like, this deck is so hard to build because there's actually so many good cards supporting what we're doing. But it's just like a matter of fitting them in on the curve. And there's just so many 2-drops especially. It's almost impossible. Okay, kind of a weird swing. Just the poison counter. They're working towards 3 because then they all get lifelink. Okay, so let's see. Oh, enchantment. We want that card though is the thing. But goodbye. Come again. Enchantment will work. So now this is at 4. That's perfect. Ooh, wait, hang on. That's deadly. Yeah, let's just do that. Goodbye. Come again. I guess I knew I would do that anyway, but let's swing with Glissa first. Yeah, hang on. Let's swing with Glissa first. I think you just get Liliana. Even though, like, Liliana's not supposed to be... I almost cut her. She's not supposed to be the thing. In last game, we were big rocking her, but... By the way, if you are interested in this deck and you're liking this so far, I have literally a deck tag called Abzan Cavalry, which I should link in the description, which, again, it might be slightly older because we don't have, like, Aetherdrift cards or even Duskmourn cards, I think, but it is absolutely incredible. So let's get Liliana. Why not, right? Why not? Part of me wants to do the -4, but just get a zombie and say go. They sort of have to deal with it. There are roots, though. Man, the whole idea was to show off Cavalry, man, I swear. Bummer. Big bummer, dude. Sheesh, bummer time. Coffee as well as whiskey. Okay. That's a card that exists. Blossoming Tortoise next turn. Give them all +1/+1. Okay, they actually go to... okay, this is all creature tokens? Hang on. Yeah. Oh, no creatures with toxic. Okay, goodbye that. What creature do we have in here? Nothing still? Yeah. Not another roots in there. But that's good. Gain a life. We do get to draw 2 cards. So unfortunately, Gorehound, I love you, but I love Glissa more. What can I say? Okay. Cool, cool. Gamble's pretty good, actually. One more Permanente. I don't know, it doesn't matter. I was thinking if it mattered. I don't think it matters. Swing with Glissa. I guess we didn't need to swing with Glissa. But, boom. Make 6 tokens. Now, if we had roots, we could have immediately tapped them and then, like, cast this. But, a little short on roots. It's gonna be okay. They can't block, so yeah, you'll take out Liliana, which is totally fine. We don't really care. We don't really care at all. Actually, yeah, we're just looking for roots now, because then, like, you could Cavalry and just end the game here. I mean, both die, but yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about. Okay, they got nothing. Ooh, and look for something better. What you gonna give me? Also starts our micro count. Myco. It should be Mycotyrant, right? Or something. I think you have Zoni. This guy says good game here. We kind of want to get rid of... Let's get rid of drag. We could have like done the creature thing to gain a little life, but I don't think it matters. Let's swing. And then we'll sacrifice them to draw. Boop, bop, bait, boop. Gain a little life. Might matter here. Don't want that. We'll draw the Vivian though. Oh, big chill. We need to get the roots. We make more guys. Okay, we can just lay roots and then lay Cavalry, which we'll do. But we also have the Vivian for what it's worth. Don't quit. I don't want to say good game as well because that'll encourage him to quit. Don't do it. No. Please. I beg of you. Please. I was doing the same thing last game. Saying, please don't I have 27 wives and kids. No. Big connect. And they get +4/+4 to everyone. Okay. Wait. Okay. No, dude! Why do you play out your turn? That's pointless. He did that both times. He played out a pointless turn, wasting time, and then didn't give us the liberty of even swinging, like, with Cavalry in our hand both times. Like, that's actually so annoying. Like, what's wrong with you? Okay, so we'll play another best of 3 to hopefully show off the Cavalry and more of the deck. But, yeah, this is a deck that I'm very familiar with. And I think there's a lot of different directions you can go. But I think we did get a show off. Like, look, like we showed off both of these cards being absolutely important. The Surveil and just fixing our land. And then we could just bring back, like if a Zoni died, bring back a Zoni. You have Broodspinner on the table. Sacrifice that, make more tokens. We just really didn't have any creatures in the pit, which is kind of crazy, but good stuff. Okay, fam, let's get another Debris in a best of 3. We'll play first. This is a much better hand, actually. We will keep this one for sure. the Surveil 2, sorry about my friggin' chair, is really strong on turn 1. Yeah, it really is. Let's put a permanent into the bin. This is good, but we went first, so I think we just want to draw Bristlebud. Yeah. Yeah. It's always hard to know, right? You don't really want to use your Squirming Emergence on a Bristlebud. They tapped out, so just slap this down, say go. 1 damage. Cool. Maybe Debris Beetle has to do something this game. Getting actually daytime drunk is something I have not done in a while. So, sorry about that, but I don't know. It's kind of fun. This is not something I do, again. I'm not like trying to encourage anyone to get into alcohol. So honestly, totally set up. Totally set up. If Bristlebud can actually attack and we sacrifice the food, we're just like off to the races. Tyvar is huge. But let's be mana efficient this turn. Get a 5/5 down as well. That's the other thing. They sort of have to remove this, or they're in like major trouble. Major trouble. Oh, that's cool. I love anything with Roaming Throne. Oh, so it is the Bat Lifelink deck. Didn't really look like it at the beginning, but hey. Okay. Check this out, man. Ooh, we did put the Cavalry in the bin, guys. So we probably gonna do it this turn. Let's mill ourselves. Cool, yeah, we don't really need another Roots, even though it is tempting. We'll just go big. If it dies next turn, fine. Big plant tokens. Okay. We get a swing. Actually, we want that. We want Rubblebelt to die. So, sacrifice the food. Sure. Okay. Great. Okay. Little do they know that's perfect. Let's put it on this because that makes the most sense to me. And we big chill. So there's a 12/12 there, but we also have an army of plants. So unless they board wipe, business. Yeah, good. Oh god, yeah, the amount of time it takes to click through that. Thank goodness for Resolve All, am I right? Whoa, that's a lot more damage. That makes sense, though. That makes sense, but just do this just to flex. I don't think it matters. Okay. I got a little overconfident. What the hell? That seemed like... Did they hack the game? No, I've definitely seen that before, but it always surprises me. That made sense. He had 3... What? Okay, so we definitely probably want this Pop Hatch, because that is going to hit a flyer. And we'll put a Vivian too. And also the Drag to Roots. Where is it? Yeah, 1 Drag to Roots. So that's going good so far. We'll take 1 Dredgers. Probably 1 Gorehound. I think I did something very similar last game. This also has Reach. So we'll do that. We'll take out the Broodheart Engine because we'll keep all 3 Squirmings. I think that'll be fine. There's some decisions to make here, though. Hopefully I cut that sneeze out because that was very aggressive. I think the Glissa can also remove enchantments if it connects. We'll take out one Squirming. So we have 2 Squirmings in the deck. We will take out Rubblebelt. 1 Rubblebelt. So that seems good to me. We'll go for it. Okay, we've been playing first every game, but is there a reason to draw first? Maybe. But we'll lean into it, man. This is okay. This is alright. This only is not what you want to see in your hand, but it's fine. Let's lead with the Taparoonie. Dredgers help us find what we're looking for. This cannot find our enchantments, though, so you can't actually get your Insidious Roots. Which is the only, like, notable anti-synergy, and Insidious Roots was on top, dude. They are playing bats, so I think Broodspinner makes the most sense. It also has a Surveil too, which helps us set up our Squirming. There's a case to just Squirming your Roots early like this, but no, I think they didn't seem to have much removal. So if we can destroy this case of Uneaten Feast here, huge. Okay, yeah. They're going to want to block, or else they're stupid. Okay, swing. We'll destroy that enchantment for sure. Let's get this down. Both of those are good. Unfortunately, though, we're kind of looking for land now. I think. We have enchantment, land, a creature in the bin. So drag to roots if we want it to be 2 mana. Need an artifact, instant, or sorcery, baby. So yeah, let's block any sort of damage. This is not the good one, which is good. Okay. Let's see what we surveil, because if we do put... Ooh, a Planeswalker, so that's good. That's perfect. Let's put that. We'll keep Tyvar on top for sure. Yep. This can't block, right? Oh, no, it can't. Oh, yeah, that's the other one. Oops. We could... No. Nothing fancy. Let's just find our cards, which we do have. Now, there's a case for... They lose the life, though, if they hit something big. Maybe I should have removed that right now, but... To be honest, I think these kind of enchantments and stuff... And that other, the Starscape Cleric, is kind of... That's probably what they lay, right? They have 5. They could offspring it. Ooh, that's kind of massive. So I'm glad we waited. Do it now. Yeah, they get the counters, but playing to win, not to survive. Good so far. Good so far. We might have a chance here. I was curious about this type of matchup. I think we eat the 4. No. Throw it in front. We could get Liliana. We might just do that. Swing. Cool. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Squirming your Lily. Okay. Sacrifice 2. We just gotta keep them behind so they can't do what they did last game with all the... Those triggers were insane. Did we take like 20 damage in one turn type thing? That was bonkers, dude. Mm-hmm. Not so scared of this card with nothing on board. Okay. Paw Patch should make a nice little appearance here. Let's see what we surveil. 1 sec. That's good. We're going to keep that on top. Just going to plus. We'll get Debris Beetle down. There's better targets for this can immediately swing, but it's cool that the zombie tokens from Liliana do crew this. Very nice, very nice. Also the tokens from Izoni. Very nice, very nice. Kind of scared, kind of scared. Yeah, there's that. So we'll take out one of them. Okay, this was not reach, right? Okay, that would have been embarrassing. Part of me thinks we actually take out the token. No. This is kind of tough. What's Tyvar? Ooh, perfect. Cool. That's kind of what I was looking for. Gain a little life. Yeah, neither of those, please. There might even be another one on top. You know what I'm saying? We'll plus while we can. This enter the battlefield this turn. Right? Swing with both. This can block. But who cares? Right? And I think probably use the Paw Patch to keep this up because it hits any non-land permanent. Are they playing any graveyard stuff? We'll hit this copy. Part of me wants to think, you know, in case they recur it. But they can't offspring it if they recur it. So just hit the 2 damage one, right? So they have to use more swings to take out our planeswalkers. In fact, Liliana might survive in case that happens. Or Tyvar if they triple swing. They're getting low on life too, so we probably just end the game the turn after in case they, unless they do a crazy combo. Yes. They're thinking. I'm gonna hit them with a nice. Come on, man, you're playing like the most straightforward deck in the world. They might just rope us because of that nice, though. I know I've kind of been a little tilted when people say your... Well, see, nice is a little different than your go. Especially after it's been such a long amount of time. Just saying nice is, like, reasonable. Your go, after waiting 4 seconds, a little bit more tilting. I've definitely been tilted by that one, exactly. So, with flying, yeah, goodbye. Okay. Cool. And we got the Broodspinner. Big chillin' with the reach. The reach on the Broodspinner is kick ass, dude. Because 2/3 body blocks most early little dinky flyers, right? Especially against a bad deck. Whoops. Sorry. Pay 2 life, draw a card. Cool. Yup, you don't got much more life to work with, my guy. This do be having the tramps. Oh, that is a play that you could make. I don't know about that one. Yeah, we win. Did they forget it had reach? Probably, but either way. Yeah, we still win, right? Because you pump out the token here, you tap this. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Big pump. Use that. Shabammy. You could Restless here, but we could also do this. Goodbye, come again. Put a counter, why not? Good game. Okay, so that was good. We had a lot more sauce in the tank too, so. Okay, so I don't think we really need many changes at all. I think that worked pretty good. There's like some argument we could throw in a couple of removal spells, but I don't know. And like maybe we need another one of these, but I think it's about perfect, honestly. Yeah, like you have the Viv, you have the Paw Patch, and you have the Glissa in here. Removing flyers plus 2 Broodspinners, which have reach, and you need your early game guys, so it's good. Alright, let's see how this goes, baby. We got the 1 mana hand. Just kidding. Mulligan. And the Cavalry. Dude. Okay. Not great. Not great. I mean, we'll keep it because it does give us, I guess, technically 1 more card deep. We can find one of our 1-drops. So I think this makes a little bit of sense. Plus, we gain a little bit of life. But wow, that was like not what you want to see on top, right? So you lay the black. Well, I guess we should wait while we can. Yeah, we get the Brood though. Sure. Not great, man. Not great hand. Not too good of a pull there. Oh, they did pay life by using that land. Good for them. That makes a lot of sense. Get this down, though. They might not see this coming. I don't think we've used this against this guy yet. Yeah. Necropustinons? I don't know about that name, brother. It's a little suggestive. Okay. Again, it's really that Starscape Cleric, right? That's their thing that really scares us. Double Brood, though. We want to put any permanents we can, so yeah, both of those. Okay, now it's at 2. Let's hit more permanents. Ooh, we'll put both. Okay, can this block? It can, so no attacks. 4 tokens. Now, both of these were good, but to get our tokens out, I feel like will matter, especially when most of these bats have like 1 toughness. We do have the Cruelty of Gix situation, so feeling good. Did they forget that we have reach again? What was that? We'll actually keep it at 1, because yeah, we'll check out their hands. We'll get rid of Essence Chandler, actually, because yeah, that makes the most sense. We can swing here. I don't think we want to lose our Broods, so we'll do that. I think that's a safe situation. And we can actually double block the Roman Throne, perhaps, with our 2 Broods. So that's good. Did they forget they had reach again? I'm sorry, but how do you do that twice? I mean, they make this symbol pretty big on it. Pretty big, pretty noticeable. Plus, all spiders have reach, right? Like, most of them, right? What, just to gain 1 life? Oh, I guess they took 1 damage, so they make another. Okay, that makes sense. Well, ends up being the same thing. So, The thing is, the roots, but also probably Squirming. Just play Zoni, man. Zoni's killer, dude, because, like, yeah, we get rid of this. Now let's collect 4. I think Glissa and that. Okay. We definitely want to obviously keep the home skillet biscuit. We will swing here and probably nothing else. There's a case for no, yeah, we'll block with our Menace Reach spiders. Hope this guy realizes. Yeah, look, more spiders with Reach. Please don't forget. Please don't forget. I promise. It'll be worth your while to take a single glance at the battlefield. Okay, this card sucks. Sorry, that was a little aggressive. I never even had a temptation to try this deck. I just don't think it's fun or good, to be honest with you. I've lost to it, though, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously you saw that earlier. Zorline is good. Zorline is the best card that would make me want to try this, but I unfortunately just, like, never got Zorlines. Wow, they gained a lot of life there, too. Do I block that? We double block. Let's do that and this. And we don't mind if a Zoni dies, I think. And we still have a 2-1 flyer. Actually, I think that was wrong. I think I lost one more guy that I needed to there. No. I just wanted to keep these Menace Reach guys. Menace Reach is pretty crazy. So, yeah. Let's get Zoni back in. Got him. Yeah, they don't want to deal with it. More spiders, and we could have done the token sacrifice thing, which I didn't even do last turn because I was just like, yeah, let's take advantage of the combat damage. So Zoni is great. Wowzer. So I'll put a couple clips. I'll put probably one clip of the Cavalry because I do have a previous deck with the Cavalry where it's like, again, I did over 2,000 damage with it, and you know, I have a deck tech. So if you're curious in that, check that out, and you can sort of tweak what you need to make it a little bit more current for Aetherdrift standard. So I really do appreciate you checking out the video. I know I've been a little goofy, a little sloppy. Having fun today. So I hope you're having a great day too. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully you give this deck a shot. There's a lot of different directions you can go. It's surprising Liliana seemed to be super good. Cruelty of Gix is also really, really good. And a Zoni, most overlooked card ever. The Reach on Broodspinner showing its sauce. And yeah, you could sacrifice. We could have done that next turn to make a bunch of flying insects, which would completely shut down this bad deck, right? Micro is good. Myco. There's so many good cards. It's so hard to fit in the 2-drop slot, especially. Dredger's Insight did look pretty good, as well as the Brood card, whatever the hell that's called. Is it in the bin? No, it's not. But, you know, that card. Basically just a semi, you know, it's a ticking time bomb. Return a big guy from the bin and trigger your plant tokens. We didn't even get Insidious Roots like these last 2 games. The deck's good. So, thanks again, guys. I love you. See you in the next one. Take care, okay?